Yeah, absolutely, Steve. I'd love to. So within RG Corporate Finance, we effectively, Steve, provide business owners, corporates, and financial investors, including private equity, with advice which helps those stakeholders effectively create more scalable businesses, more profitable businesses that fundamentally will therefore attract greater shareholder value, which of course in turn gives the stakeholders strategic options when it comes to how that value is realized. We are advising, Steve, businesses at any stage of the business life cycle. So if I can give you two quite extreme examples, that can involve us advising an early stage pre-profit technology business that might be looking to raise £500,000 of proof of concept funding, all the way through to advising on the sale of a large telecommunications business like Nice Network, which is a business we sold to LDC-backed OneCom 2 weeks ago, which was a 7-figure sale, which we ultimately orchestrated. So we are advising all businesses as they go through their life cycle. But the one thing each of our clients have in common will be their absolute focus on wanting to build large, scalable, valuable businesses that in turn will deliver shareholder value at some point. In terms of, I guess, the transactions we advise on, so we do find ourselves, Steve, throughout the life cycle of a business, advising on different transactions or events whereby there might be an ownership change. So if you think about a typical business, so a technology business, that business may initially require some advice around fundraising, which will involve the production and creation of a business plan. As that business starts delivering the business plan, that business might need to secure further follow-on investment in the form of a Series A. And again, we would lead and advise not only on what level of funding is required and from which investors, but of course, we'll also help the shareholders make sure their business plan is an executable business plan and is a business plan that actually can be delivered upon once the business has secured the funding required.
Okay.
That business will then scale, and of course, a large degree of thought needs to be given to how a business can scale sustainably. So is the management team complete? Are there gaps? Might they need to appoint an executive director and or chairman? Does the business have the right systems, processes, procedures? And how can we help in all of those areas? Of course, the business may become a very large, very profitable business. And at that point, that's when the shareholders may be starting to think about how the shareholders could extract capital value in a tax efficient way, which might involve us potentially being asked to value the business. And if the valuation is exciting, the shareholders may then decide, Steve, to engage us to maybe proactively start thinking about who the right strategic acquirers may be before we potentially start approaching those buyers to fundamentally seek indicative offers from those interested parties.